Back in the 2018 class, TaRiq Bracy was a three-star prospect and only held three other Power 5 offers coming from Cal, Utah, and Washington State. Really came out of nowhere in that 2019 season. He played a good bit as a freshman, but 2019 just – I mean, I remember that first Louisville game. I remember thinking, like, whoa, who's TaRiq Bracy? Like, this dude is gave that team a big boost in 2019, and now he's probably the team's best cornerback, Patrick, and he's checking in at number 5 on our list of Notre Dame's top 25 most important players for this season.
He just kind of showed up in that 2018 training camp and is not particularly a heralded recruit, like you said, and just kind of won a role and then kept it last year. And certainly a lot of the reason behind him being at number 5 is there's just not that many corners on the team with a lot of experience. He's 5'10". He's probably best as a field corner, and that's ideally where Notre Dame can play him if, in fact, Nick McLeod, the NC State grad transfer, is good enough to be able to claim the boundary corner job. But that's not the case, or they just want to test him, or they have enough at field corner for whatever reason. Bracy can certainly play the boundary in a pinch, could play the slot if he wanted to, and he's tough. He's not afraid of tough assignments against bigger receivers. We saw that against Georgia last year, where he had a couple of pass breakups, guarding guys one-on-one on the outside, and handled himself well. Other points in the season, you can see where that was a little bit of a problem for him, but he plays hard. He's not going to back down from any of those, and absolutely a likely starter here at one of the corner spots for Notre Dame, just because of that experience. And he's just kind of done all the right things since he's got on campus.
Yeah, he's been a solid player for Notre Dame, and you loved what he brought to the field last year. But I do – you mentioned this quickly. I mean, for him being at number 5, it's got to be a large part. Again, not to minimize his talent, but there's just not a ton of experienced guys at the cornerback position. Break down the roster there on the edge for Notre Dame's defense. If Bracy were to go down, what does it look like at corner behind him?
It's pretty thin, and like you said, that's a big reason why he ended up here. When I weighed that, I put a little bit more on, all right, what's really the upside here? What's he going to do? I had him at number 10, just because I think there'll be a few more guys who are just bigger impact players. But without him, it's rough. I mean, you have McLeod, who has been a starter and has 19 games as a starter under his belt. Still don't quite know how he's going to translate coming into Notre Dame.
Sure.
John Crawford, 6th-year senior, guy who's played a lot, came back, and he's
also missed a lot.
Exactly. Missed a lot of time. Valuable guy, but also only really a field or a slot corner. And then it's a lot of unknowns with guys who are intriguing, but you're asking them to – we don't quite know yet.
Isaiah Rutherford, KJ Wallace, Cam Hart.
Right.
All pretty highly touted recruits, but you just don't know.
Right. I mean, it's when you have a spot where you have 6 of your 9 corners with 4 years of eligibility left, it's just thin on experience, and it has to count for something. And certainly our poll ends up with Bracy at number 5 thinks it did count.